Hi, I am Gavin Bartles, and I am a glioblastoma patient, which is a form of brain cancer. I was diagnosed in January of 2018.
I am Sarah Bartles, and I am this wonderful young man's mom. And we got here together through his diagnosis with glioblastoma 3 years ago. That was a day that will forever hold a place in my heart in a way, because it was the beginning of a lot of hard times, but also the beginning of some beautiful blessings too.
When I got to Milwaukee, I had showed up to the ER in an ambulance and got put into a room. At the time, they were just trying to make sure I'm stable and I'd be able to wait until the next day for surgery.
I remember something that I've shared with him is that they had asked us, we had met with all the doctors and everyone, and they had said, we can bring a chaplain in to talk to you too. That was the moment I realized this really is serious.
They decided to start with radiation first and see what they can do with that, and see how far that goes, and before they decide to start any chemotherapy.
That moment I felt a lot of our barriers kind of weighing down on me. Being a single parent, having 3 other children, never having gotten a driver's license, not having transportation, how am I ever gonna pull this off? There were so many, questions that I didn't have answers to. Prayer was a big part of it. I trusted God. I put my faith in Him. I put my faith in this guy right here. And I knew that one way or another, we would always figure it out. So from the very beginning, I remember when he started his first day of radiation, we got to the door of Children's and we fist bumped. It was kind of our way of saying to each other, we got this. Whatever happens, when we walk through those doors, we got this. And we're doing this, we're in it together. So ever since then, no matter what we've done, whether it be appointments, chemo, scans, even simple things. Even today, walking in here and doing this interview today, we fist bump because it's our way of saying we got this. So that was a summer where it was very hot. Gavin was just put on palliative care here, and we were kind of starting to make the transition of more care here versus Children's. And we had the nurses, the palliative care nurse and social worker came over, and they saw how uncomfortable our home was, that Gavin was getting fluids quite often because he was struggling with the heat. He was having trouble sleeping. It just, it was just kind of tough, but we've gotten to a place in life where we just are very adaptable, so we kind of adapted to it. And we realized, when they started to talk to us about the Caring for You Fund and things, that maybe this wasn't something we needed to adapt to.
A member of Gavin's palliative care team recognized that there was truly a need when they went to visit and his apartment was very, very warm. This was affecting Gavin's quality of life. He was receiving many fluids at the hospital and really truly uncomfortable in the apartment. Through the Caring for You Fund, we were able to provide 2 portable air conditioning units for Gavin and his family so that he could be more comfortable in his apartment.
It made a huge difference. It decreased his time that he was had to get fluids. Everyone in the house slept better. So I feel like though it really helped his quality of life very much, I think it helped all of us too.
In September 2019, I decided to stop my chemo treatment. It just got to a point where I wasn't able to get around and do much. I was in bed all the time and never had many good days. So I decided to, at the time, put treatment on hold for a little bit and enjoy my life. But not a long time after, I decided to just keep off treatment. So after I stopped treatment, I decided to bring everything here to Fond du Lac. My doctor decided that hospice would be a good idea, so I ended up with hospice. and it was amazing.
At that point, he wasn't feeling well. His quality of life wasn't still really there, struggling with sleeping, struggling with eating, getting fluids more often again. So the decision was made, because this is the route he wanted to go, that we would begin hospice. And it was very positive, experience from the very beginning. They came into our home and became like family to us. They welcomed us into their hospice family, and we welcomed them into ours. When they put Gavin on hospice, I remember I got off the phone and I said, wow, he's on hospice. It really hit me, the seriousness, the direction we were going. But I also felt like he was ready, and I was getting there. I was getting ready. He was ready for this next step.
When I started hospice, we kind of knew where this cancer was kind of going, and chances of survival was very low. And we happened to know of a owner of a funeral home, and so we kind of put some thought into it and decided, if we know this is going to happen, why don't we, be prepared to make it easier when it does happen. And so we decided to buy a burial plot and kind of plan for the future whenever that happened. And, in order to make it easier on Mom, when I'm gone.
If my time with Gavin was going to be shorter, I wanted to make sure that he would leave this world in the way that he wanted to. I felt as a mom that was the least I could do. That was the best gift I could give him, that when he left this world, he left exactly the way that he wanted to. So we decided together to do a burial trust. Doing that would also ensure him that he could have the send-off that he wanted. He didn't want me to have those worries and fears of him leaving and the impact that that would take on me and the family. So he was very much on board with the idea of doing it. In true Gavin fashion, he went with something that was very much him. He wanted people to see not just his name, his birth date and death date, but a little bit of something about the guy.
So what I put on my stone, I am a big car fan, so I put my favorite car, which is a Ford Shelby GT 500. And on the bottom, it says, "Life went fast like a Ford GT." When I go out there, I just think about, what I've, done in my life, and, how much I've enjoyed it, and, and I never look back on, stuff I've done, and glad I've gotten to experience what I've experienced.
In an unusual circumstance like Gavin's, when he went off of hospice care, he was left without a bed. I received a call from his social worker, Christy, to inform me of his situation. We were able to step in, using the Caring for You Fund, and purchase Gavin a bed so that he could comfortably rest while he continued his palliative care and maintain his quality of life.
The care back home has been amazing. I couldn't ask for better people to be caring for Gavin. We were hoping that they would be willing to take him on, as he is a unique situation and there's a lot of things that come with him. But everybody was amazing. There was no hesitation. They welcomed Gavin with open arms, and same with the Cancer Center. We walked in there and we felt welcome the second we opened the door.
I just want to say, Mom, I love you and thank you for always being there. Staying strong, and you help build me and make me strong and be able to handle this. So thank you.
Gavin, this is a journey I never expected we would ever be on. You were dealt some difficult cards to play, but you played them well. And I am so glad that we went through this as a team, and I couldn't have asked for a better person by my side, to not only help you, but you helped me through this journey too. And I'll always have a special place for you, and I love you.
As a mom myself, I can't begin to imagine this difficult journey that Gavin and Sarah have been on. I'm so grateful that through contributions to the Caring for You Fund, we were able to help both of them through this journey, to help relieve the financial impact this has had, and help them truly focus on their time together. The fund exists to help patients with non-medical needs when they're going through treatment for terminal or long-term illness, with expenses such as rent, groceries, gas, or utilities when they need it most. Please consider making a gift to the Caring for You Fund to allow us to continue to care for patients like Gavin and Sarah right here in our community. To make a contribution to this year's Carol Hyland Caring for You Holiday Luncheon, please visit agnesian.com/giving.